and today I will be talking about the reproductive and parental care behaviors, specifically focusing on sexual cannibalism. Sexual cannibalism is the act of eating meat before, during, or after copulation. This behavior happens in a multitude of species, but the ones I will be discussing today are the West African praying mantis, the North American jumping spider, and the common octopus found in the Mediterranean Sea and the eastern Atlantic Ocean. Here's a video that shows sexual cannibalism in praying mantis species. It's important to note here that the time the sexual cannibalism takes place in each of these species may differ, as well as the reasons for cannibalizing. Alright. It is clear that within these three species, sexual cannibalism can be described as a type of sexual conflict. That is, when the two sexes have different optimal fitness strategies during reproduction. Within these three taxa, the choosy sex is typically the female, which is also committing the cannibalism. Researchers have argued that due to the cannibalism of males in these species, the males have become more picky about who they decide to mate with, because they have more on the line, and also because they want their children to have high quality genes as well. This, though, could be possibly resulting in sexual cannibalism actually promoting male choosiness. Um, Male spiders have actually evolved an adaptation to ensure their fitness by detaching their genitalia inside the female. This plugs her and prevents her from mating with other men, but it also prevents the males from copulating again. It does, however, ensure the male's offspring will be passed along, which does increase his overall fitness. The main hypotheses for why any species eats their mate is that the female needs the nutrients she gets from the mate to support their future offspring. This is supported in some species of praying mantis, like the Chinese praying mantis, who will only do this behavior when the food availability is scarce, but many other species do it even when the females are fed. Research has also shown that eating the father of the offspring has led to more offspring who are healthier and live longer compared to those who did not eat their father, even when the mothers were fed immediately after copulation. Uh, the adaptive function for the father, though, is almost always that his genes will be passed down even if he dies, which does increase his fitness. Anisogamy is the difference of size in sex cells between males and females. This is important when talking about sexual cannibalism because typically the choosy sex is the one cannibalizing, and the choosy sex typically is the one with bigger gametes, because the larger they are, the more energy it costs to produce. This might help us better understand why males are so willing to be cannibalized in order to fertilize an egg, because they might not get another chance to. And the females produce the more costly gametes. They might not be so worried about finding mates. Mating systems also play an important role in sexual cannibalism. For example, if a species is in a monogamous relationship, the female might be less likely to eat her mate. Um, that's kind of similar to the alpha strategy, which is defined as the desire males have to be the only male a female will mate with. This is seen in jumping spiders, and a behavior that proves this to us is that the spiders will lose their pedipalps, which is their sexual organ, to prevent the female from mating with another male. Polyandry, though, is opposite. It's the females mating with multiple males and the males only mating with one female. And promiscuity is males and females mating with other partners. And there's also no formal relationship besides sperm transfer. Um, this is seen in the octopus and the praying mantis. Since these two species do not provide care to their offspring, their mating relationship is simply a sperm transfer, which also might explain um, why they are able to so easily cannibalize their partners. In some environments or instances, sexual cannibalism is not adaptive for the male or the female. One example of this is when females attack the male before the sperm transfer is complete. This is maladaptive because the male's fitness does not increase, and neither does the female's, since neither of them are reproducing. But it's especially negative for the males as they are dying and also not reproducing. Uh, this behavior typically happens to aggressive females because they don't really realize that the male coming onto them is a potential mate and not another prey item. But it can also happen to non-aggressive females when the food is scarce. Um, so the female is starving and she sees this potential mate as food. Another way sexual cannibalism can be maladaptive is that for males there is no guarantee that the female will use his sperm. Many females go around and mate with multiple males in order to get more genetic diversity of their offspring, so that the offspring has a higher chance of surviving. So the males might not even make the cut and end up fathering her children. Males have adapted to this though by breaking off their pedipalps, again, which is their mating part, into the female's genitals, which leaves both of them unable to reproduce again, um, which is also maladaptive. Overall, there are many pros and cons to sexual cannibalism. However, the cons mostly impact the males more than the females do, as it has to do with not only their lives but also their future offspring lives. But the benefits mainly impact the females more than the males, unless the male sperm is chosen. And then the benefits also relate to them. These are my sources, and that's all I have. Thank you so much.